You could feel the wind blowing behind you, ruffling your trousers, whistling past your ears, as it seemed to push you toward the edges of a cliff. Yeah, I guess it is. Let's run away together. The wind kept howling, picking up and dying down, whistling off the valley and kicking up clouds of dust around the buildings down below.
I couldn't hear what you just said over the wind. Something about running?
Yeah, I'm very fast. And gay.
Oh, okay, good.
What was the last part I spoke over? Surely Wolf's gonna ransack this place, even if they don't have anything.
And what do you want me to do about it, huh? Robin?
No, it's just what we don't want to do.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's not my problem.
You feel now the desert night on you, your fingers, the tips of your ears starting to feel the tenderness of the cold and the wind. You were shivering. You shouldn't have talked back to him. You knew how that always went. It never ended well. You just made him feel worse, like it was his fault. Why should he have to listen to your stupid concerns? It was your shit to figure out. He owes you nothing. You just met. You don't even know each other. If it weren't for convenience, you would have shot each other hours ago. You heard the sounds of shuffling behind you as he got up. He started walking towards you. Here it came, as you knew it would. You tense up as he approaches, closing the distance, expecting the due anger. Closing your eyes when you feel him at your back, ready for the blow that's coming. You flinch when you feel a weight around your shoulders. A squeeze of them, too, that you expect to hurt, but is so tender it couldn't possibly. Opening your eyes, you see a thick blanket draped around you down to your knees.
You looked cold. Don't want to get consumption just standing there, you know. Or you know how cold the desert gets.
You drop the binoculars gingerly by its strap on the floor, now clasping the edges of the blanket with your hands tighter around you. You could feel how cold your fingers were, just below your chin, almost numb. How long had you been standing here for? I'm dreadfully sorry.
Yeah, got nothing to be sorry for.
You and he sat back down by the fire, Joseph giving it a 1,000-yard stare.
But it's right there.
That terrible depth perception on birds, famously. Yeah.
True.
Thank you.
Nothing to it. Get warm.
You pull the blanket tighter again, the desert chills still sweeping underneath. Are you not cold?
I've been round the fire all night, haven't I? I'm fine.
He's lying. You can see his feathers twitch and shiver, but he's trying hard to hide it. You wonder if the truth of what he said. You wonder the truth of what he said, too. That he just had to move on. Standing up with the blanket, you walk around the fire, standing over him a moment as he looks up towards you with wide eyes. You sweep the blanket around him and sit down, shoulder to shoulder. You were right. He's definitely cold, but a lot warmer than you'd imagined. Cuddle. Cuddling by the fire, hooking your muzzle under his beak.
I was gonna say, this is a hell of a cuddle.
Yep.
I told you I'm fine.
Don't give me that blow, tough guy. I know you're not.
Come on.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I know what you wrote. I know what you wrote. You know what you wrote. And you know that I know.
He looks like he's going to say something, but just shuts his beak. He suddenly seems a lot warmer.
All the blood rushed it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said.
I know. That wasn't the fella I've been around all day.
I'm just...
Scared? He nods softly, as to be almost unnoticeable.
Yeah, more scared than I have ever been.
Together you huddle, bringing the blanket tighter and tighter and moving closer to each other. He smells like the desert, dusty and sweaty. Why is this so warm? Why do you feel like this? Not warm like you're around fire, but like there's a fire inside you. Warm coals shifting round inside and embers spitting in your throat. Have you ever felt like this before? Joseph, He looks at you, your faces so close together. You lean your head into their shoulders, staring into the wild dance of the fire. I haven't met someone like me before, or someone like you. You're extremely kind, even to a stranger like me. I wish I could know you more than these few hours. I know I have to ride back in the morning, but of all the hopes I've hoped, the strongest is that I could just stay here. That the sun would never rise. I don't want to go back. You stay clinging to him. After a few moments, he pulls you tighter.
I have to say, I feel the same way. I can see in you someone who's faced so many hardships. Someone who deserves better, who's worked harder than any of the lump suckers back where you're come from. We're a couple of queer fish in a barrel, I'd say. Lord knows how we found each other.
Easy to shoot.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, in the ocean is normally what I would associate with queer fish in, maybe. The barrel is interesting. It's where you go bobbing, right?
Yeah.
The sun will come up again, and we'll have to go our separate ways. We don't have another choice. I just wish it wasn't so. I wish.
You lift your head to look at him, but he just gives you a look and turns back to the fire. What are you thinking? He sighs, wearily, like he's been asked to carry the world on his back.
It's a flight of fancy, that's all. It's not realistic.
You look at him curiously, catching his eyes. He looks at you, almost for approval, before he thinks about what he wants to say. I like the glow of the fire on them.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
See, this is why you make your games in Unity. You think you can get this subtle glowing effect in Ren'Py? I mean, the answer is yes, but rhetorically, no.
If I lie.
I wish we could run away. That's it. The two of us, far away from everyone and everything. Ride east till we know no one's chasing us.
That sounds nice. You both cuddle for a little while longer, sitting close and resting your heads together. The thoughts of running away tick over in your mind. Is that what you want? As if he could read your mind, Joseph asked.
What do you want to do?
You thought more. No one had ever really asked you that. And even so, you know what you want to say. I'm tired of running, Joseph. I want to fight. I want to kill Curly Wolf.
What? I'm on board, but that's a hell of an escalation.
I kind of
Awesome.
figured that this is, pretty much like since the beginning, I was almost immediately on like figuring the trajectory of the whole story is that they're gonna like fall for this town and then defend it.
Yeah.
Which is a bit muddied by them getting kicked out, but
they have to go back to the town in disguise. They'll pull a Mulan. How does it work if you're trans mask?
Mulan. Do you know the plot of Mulan?
Yes, but the joke is that I don't. Anyway. Really?
It's the only way I can think to be free of him. You know as well as I do, you don't get to just up and leave. Is that the case? It feels like it'd be a huge pain in the ass to actually track down somebody that just takes off in the Wild West.
I don't know. I think that
I
think it speaks more to the fact that if you try to leave the gang, you have no resources and just will die for attempting to do that, or just wind up like as a slave or something. That's what I assume would happen.
Just can't help but wonder like how much of a hassle would be trying to track people.
You don't even have to if it's like desolate enough. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be free of Black Vulture too, but do you think that's something you could do? Kill him?
Can't do it alone. Our gangs, Joseph, they're gonna destroy this town. And after, if we ran away, we'd never be safe. We'd be looking over our shoulders the rest of our lives. I don't want to run away from things anymore. I want to run towards a better life with you.
Aww.
Joseph's eyes were sympathetic, but his expression was of discomfort. Because of the beans.
I think you're right. I'm trying to do a serious John Wayne impression at the moment. I can't be thinking about bean farts slapping around while they're hugging here, okay?
There's an important legacy of bean farts in cowboy media. Be it from Blazing Saddles having it like 5-minute farting scene when it tried to destroy the Western as a concept and kind of succeeded and they stopped making them, to the most clowned on element of Brokeback Mountain, which is that they eat a bunch of beans and then they fuck, and everyone's like, that's not how that works.
I think you're right, and I do want to help you, but I'm useless in a fight. I can't shoot straight.
On account of the...
Yeah. I don't want to die, Robin.
I wouldn't let that happen. I'll keep you safe. We can keep each other safe. We haven't been living our lives, Joseph, just surviving. Something better than that is worth dying for, I think. A fight feels inevitable. We should face it.
You really that desperate to get out?
You nod, head held against his shoulder. He sighs that same sigh again, long and heavy, almost theatrical if it weren't for the stakes laid out before you both.
I think you're right. A chance like this won't come again. I might have even been tempted to call it fate. We should talk to Sheriff again, I think. Somehow. If we can.
He yawns.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we ain't gonna figure it out when we're bone tired. We should get some sleep. Come morning, we'll talk more. Figure something out, and then...
Hope on a kiss and a prayer that we make it out alive? A kiss, you say? He chuckles.
Ain't that the story of our lives?
This will be the last time we have to fight like that, I swear it. You both fall asleep against each other, dreaming of that promise, praying for a better tomorrow, and willing to fight for it. Living in the desert gives you terrible campfire etiquette. You just let it burn.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the red morning sun, now risen just above the horizon, that had woken you. Nor was it the gentle, slumbering breath of Joseph against your neck, doing its best to lull you back to sleep. What woke you wasn't even the familiar crick at the base of your tail from sleeping on the bedroll, a stiffness you couldn't wait to stretch out. It was your thoughts, all the thoughts in your mind, like so many wild horses running, of what may come next. What you both had to do. The nights spent on a lookout were better than the sleepless nights back at camp, but you still dreaded the dawn that came after. At least you had Joseph this time. At least you had him for what was to come, you hoped. You could feel one big wing of his wrapped around your stomach, shifting as he started to wake too now. As much as you wanted to keep lying here with him for just a few more minutes, you knew what you had to get. You knew that you had to get up. Coffee wouldn't brew itself. You peeled back the blanket a little as you could let yourself. You peeled back the blanket as little as you could to let yourself escape, gingerly untucking Joseph's fingers from your side. Sliding off the bedroll and through the dirt, you let Joseph's arm down gently. Crouching low on your knees, you gave his hand a gentle squeeze, feeling the soft, dry, dusty feathers beneath your fingertips. Holding this moment in your head, that it might stay there. You stood up, dusting yourself off everywhere you could. Time to get ready. Even with Joseph here, your morning routine was mostly the same. Just doubled, you supposed. Feed and water the horses, both of them. Make a pot of coffee, double the amounts though. Let it brew for a little longer too, on the same fire you'd used last night, together. You kept thinking while the coffee boiled. There were many things you didn't have time to think about yet. Even so, unimportant thoughts still rose. An unimportant thought that kept bubbling up was how nice it was to not have the usual knot in your stomach. The tightness that twisted every time at camp when you had to get food or a drink, to use the same tools, the same space as the others. It was nice not to have to worry right now, you thought, about sharing this. Joseph wouldn't complain about having to get coffee from the same pot as you. He wouldn't get angry that you were handling his stuff. Could it have always been this easy? Your stomach rumbling snapped you from your thoughts. Of course, you'd forgotten breakfast. You went back to your bag and unwrapped some salted pork, holding it between your teeth and tearing a chunk off.
Part of a nutritious breakfast.
More pork. From pigs. We eat pig, people. You always liked how chewy it was when you weren't in a rush. The rhythm of your jaw grinding it up helped you think.
I think you're just coping. I don't think that doesn't make it sound appetizing at all.
When you live in the desert every day, it's just you have different standards and expectations and experiences.
I see. Note to self: never live in desert.
Robin's grappling with his queerness a lot here, where a frustrating part of the experience can just be processing the idea that life is just worse for you all the time, and how it's made up. Like, the reasons for it don't make sense and don't have to happen. So when you're just around other queer people exclusively, suddenly you're experiencing something that you've never experienced before, which is just being normal. And you didn't change, which reveals how stupid the entire fucking game is, basically. But it's a deeply frustrating feeling to have.
Oh, I bet that, like, once you experience it once and you, like, have to go into a situation where you're, like, going back into not being accepted, I bet it's just, like, so fucking grueling. Of like, god
Yeah.
damn it, I've had a taste of a better everything.
No, and that's what the whole game is about thematically, is just literally about having a single experience of not that and being like, oh, well, fuck that. No. I've been living like that for how long? What the fuck? not giving into that
great.
ever again. I'll kill
I
you.
love this.
I'll literally kill you for it. Possibilities were rolling around in your mind. Dice cast along the branches of a tree, how things might play out. Although you couldn't just keep it to yourself now. For better or worse, this is about the two of you. There was both weight and comfort in that thought. As you watched the pot start to bubble and steam, you heard the sound of sleepy shuffling, turning to see a waking Joseph. He's shorter than you remember. He's propped up on one elbow, blearily trying to figure out what it was in front of him, rubbing his eyes with one winged hand. Not feathers in the eyes. He saw his pupils contract.
It's fine.
Yeah. He saw his pupils contract to the morning sun that was getting brighter and brighter, focusing on you.
Good morning, partner. Is that the sweet smell of coffee smell brewing?
Not sure I'd so call it sweet. You looked into the pot at the dark brown, tar-like substance, regretting the large snoutful you just got of its acrid, bitter scent.
Great. Well,
Yum.
the idea is sweet to me, at least. Stuff's damn near magic far as I'm concerned.
I love my coffee sludge. The La Brea coffee pits.
You're supposed to use a filter. What are you doing?
I don't think they have filters.
Oh, they got coffee money, but not filters?
Yeah?
Okay. That's gross.
With surprising energy for someone who had just woken up, Joseph whipped the blanket off of him, standing and dusting himself off. They have beans for dinner and beans for breakfast.
And salted pork for breakfast. I also like that Joseph is immediately smoking again, too.
Always. Those coffee
That's some
beans.
priorities.
They don't got filters. They're having beans for breakfast.
Yeah.
Because coffee. It's because the coffee beans? Because they're called beans and the coffee. And the beans and the coffee. Caffeine beans. Caff beans.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I think.
Look how easy he rolls over. You watched still as he stretched. His fingers locked together, wings pushed and pulled in front and behind. Still don't really know how his fingers work. The way the feathers of his neck parted and ruffled as he rolled his head around his shoulders. The hem of his shirt, usually tucked in but now loose after a night's sleep, rising ever so slightly as he twisted his body.
You could see a glistening abdominal muscle.
Uh-huh. Feather abs. He sighed as he finished, wings on his hips, and met eyes with you.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
A shy smirk crept across his face as he tucked his shirt back in and walked over to you.
What you eating?
Salt pork? There's some in my bag if you want.
Oh, I've never had this. I think I will. Thank you kindly.
What was his name?
Porky.
Can you get some cups too? This coffee looks about done.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, partner.
He looked behind you at Joseph, crouched as he dug into your bag, giving you a quick thumbs up. Cheeks akimbo. Just watching this man crouch in front of me for some reason. No particular reason I'm fixated on this.
With his untucked hem of shirt or whatever.
You turned to the pot again and stirred it with the spoon a little. Joseph came back around and sat beside you, setting 2 tin cups on the ground with one hand. His beak tore at the piece of jerky in his other hand, hungrily swallowing it down after a few chews. He picked up the pot and poured you both a hot cup, eagerly tapping his cup with yours before drinking.
Cheers.
You both sipped quietly. You could feel the heat of the coffee traveling all the way down your gullet, burning in your belly. Drank it too fast, gonna die.
How did you sleep? This isn't Disco Elysium where drinking something too fast takes 25% of your life away.
Oh, you had 4 hit points? Or 5 hit points? I had
luxurious
1.
Oh no.
I died to the ceiling lamp when I turned it on and immediately died. I died in seconds when I started the game.
That's awesome.
I made a character with 1 of both meters.
Oh, so you could never fail at anything. That's insane.
Not until you get the consumables, because you can use the consumables preventatively when you take damage.
True.
So when you have healing items on you, you can counteract the damage with the heal. I think I eventually got more than 1 point from like gear or something, but I don't remember.
Yeah, so you were constantly a little bit high going through that game. Got it.
Yeah. I was like, normally when you play a game you really like that, and also it does really well on your channel, you then consider doing an alternate playthrough where you do the opposite choices, like, oh, I'm gonna be a Sith now. But that means being a hyper-masculine apocalypse cop fascist. And it's just never quite felt like the time to do that playthrough. Just never quite ready to play the racist. So I haven't got around to that one. One of my most successful playthroughs ever, and I'm always like, I don't know about another playthrough. I don't know if I want to be not me in this setting. Sorry, cop communist? Yeah, of course. Everything else, it's gonna hurt.
I saw a meme of first playthrough of Disco Elysium is Harry being like, well, you know, life's a hard, long road to recovery, and today's some small steps, and with the help of my friend here, blah, blah, blah. And then second playthrough of Disco Elysium is him just being like, woo, drugs, alcohol. He's completely fucked up the whole time.
Yep. And then Kim dies, probably.
Probably.
Good. Like a pup. Didn't wake once.
Me too. Slept better than even that hotel I stayed in one time. Ah, memories. I swear the sheets on that bed were the softest darn thing I'd ever touched.
Until you.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
It was. Last night was nicer, mind you.
Feather pillow joke. Another silence between
Finer,
you now.
Right?
What?
I don't know. Nothing.
What?
Feathers are a goose down, and then they're measured with. Wait. What the hell am I thinking? Today has sucked. This week has sucked. For my brain to focus on things. Because half of my team is on vacation, so I'm holding down 3 people's jobs basically right now. And when they come back from vacation, I'm going to go on vacation. And that's going to be nice.
They're never in the same place at the same time. Are you sure you're different people?
This week I've dissociated from my identity and have become 3 people. So,
oh God,
no.
Likely you're both thinking the same thing. Thinking about last night, what you talked about. Silence, because if neither of you spoke, maybe nothing would happen. Maybe the world would stop turning and the sun would stop rising. Of course, it still does. You can see it, charting its course away from one horizon to the next. So,
Oh.
what's our plan? Joseph shuffled a little, legs restless.
We kill Curly Wolf and Black Vulture.
Arson.
That's what we said, right?
You nodded.
Maybe we don't have to. We could just run away.
We talked about that, Joseph. If we run, we'll spend the rest of our lives looking over our shoulders. We'll never really be safe.
Yeah, you're right.
Besides, have you never thought about it?
Of course I have. It's not that simple, though. Everyone around him is loyal. It'd be hard to even get the chance. Even if I killed him, he wouldn't get away with my life. Wait, even if I killed him, I wouldn't get away with my life. There we go. And even when I've thought about that ideal world where he's got a bullet in his brain and I'm home free, there's nothing after, Robin. I could never see what would happen in the rest of my life. It was blank. Until I met you, just a desert.
If you were to kill him now, what do you see? Joseph looked ahead, thinking. The feathers on his face fluttered in the wind.
Something, I suppose. Not nothing, at least. I think maybe I can trust that. Are we really gonna be able to kill them, though?
I don't know. They bleed and die like anyone else. It's just hard to get a chance. At some point, our gangs are going to go to Clemency and take us with them, whether we like it or not. I think we should try to use that to our advantage. Unfamiliar place, for them at least.
What about everyone in town? They shouldn't have to be involved with this.
They're already involved. We can't change that. I just wonder if any of them would help us. I doubt it.
Do you think...
You looked at Joseph, and he turned to look at you too, his brow furrowed.
Sheriff?
You felt a cold dread wash over you, even in the heat of the morning sun. No, I don't think Sheriff wants anything to do with us. We'd be dead before we even crossed the town line, remember?
I know. It's just... there was something about it. How Sheriff was when we were told to leave. I don't know if I fully believed it.
Sorry, Joseph. I think that's just wistful thinking.
Hey, you listen to me now. I ain't making it up.
His voice was suddenly sterner, the timidness that had been in his voice now gone.
I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't think Sheriff wanted to tell us to leave. There was something far too sad about it. You saw it too, right? I'm not imagining it.
You thought back. It had hurt too much to dwell on it, but now that you thought about it, you had to agree. It wasn't like other times, when you'd been exiled or barred from places. There was anger, but there was also frustration. Disappointment. That wasn't normal. You might be right. Even so, I don't think we can go waltzing back into Clemency and expect Sheriff to welcome us with open arms. We just don't even have a plan.
I think we need to talk to Sheriff. Even if we don't have a plan, Sheriff needs to know what's coming.
Yeah, you're right. I just don't know how. We need to get to Sheriff without being seen, ideally. I want to risk getting shot, however unlikely. Without being seen. Set your coffee down, getting up and walking to the edge of the cliff. You didn't need binoculars to see the shape of the town from here. How the land moved and swallowed down towards the buildings. You looked along the cliff in the opposite direction to where you'd gone yesterday. Hey, Joseph. I think if we ride our horses this way, we could maybe get to the town from the back. Sheriff's office at the back of the town there. If we surrender ourselves, we might get to talk to the sheriff. Joseph got up from where he was and walked over to you, looking along the cliff where you were pointing, sipping his coffee.
Yeah, that could work.
What? Not a fan of the idea?
Oh, no, we can do that. This coffee is just mighty vile.
He held the cup over the edge and tipped it upside down, the brown sludge falling into the sand below.
Aren't you supposed to have a filter for this stuff? Let's get going. We don't have much time, for both of us will be needing to head back to our gangs.
Yeah, of course. You took one last look along the cliff face, then started helping Joseph clear up the camp, making haste not to get on your horses. That's why it's the Curly Wolf gang. They just have really terrible coffee. Like, that'll put a curl on you. That sounds vaguely like a real phrase, but I don't think it is.
No, I think you really made that up.
No.
Just say it with conviction next time.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, yeah, there you go. Just put a curl on you.
That is half my bullshit.
Mm-hmm.